In the early 1900s, people didn't take wristwatches seriously. They were seen as delicate jewelry for women, not serious instruments for men. Pocket watches were the standard, reliable, respected, trusted. They represented precision. They represented tradition. They represented status. They were passed down through generations. They symbolized craftsmanship. But one young entrepreneur saw the future differently. His name was Hans Wilsdorf, and he believed time belonged on the wrist, not hidden in a pocket, not pulled out with hesitation, but visible, accessible, immediate, practical, modern. At just 24 years old, Wilsdorf founded what would later become Rolex. His vision was simple but radical: create a small, precise, reliable wristwatch that men would trust. The problem? At the time, wristwatches were inaccurate and fragile. They lost time. They broke easily. They lacked credibility. Most people believed they could never match the precision of pocket watches. Banks didn't trust them. Customers didn't demand them. The market didn't respect them. Experts dismissed them. Retailers doubted them. But Wilsdorf was obsessed with precision, obsessed with proving them wrong, obsessed with changing perception. He partnered with Swiss manufacturers and focused entirely on quality. He refined movements. He improved balance wheels. He strengthened components. He reduced mechanical deviation. He raised standards. He refused compromise. He understood that if he could win on accuracy, perception would begin to shift. In 1910, Rolex became the first wristwatch to receive a Swiss certificate of chronometric precision. It was a major breakthrough, a historic moment. For the first time, a wristwatch was officially recognized as accurate, not decorative, not secondary, accurate, credible, reliable. That achievement planted the first seed of credibility. Still, skepticism remained. Accuracy solved one problem. Durability was another. Then came the real turning point. In 1926, Rolex introduced the Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch. The case was completely sealed, protecting the movement from dust and moisture. The crown screwed down. The internals were protected. The structure was reinforced. It wasn't just an improvement. It was a reinvention of what a wristwatch could survive: rain, sweat, shock, daily life, extreme conditions, unexpected impact. But innovation alone wasn't enough. Wilsdorf needed proof. Proof builds belief. Proof silences doubt. So in 1927, he made a bold marketing move. He gave a Rolex Oyster to Mercedes Gleitz, a young swimmer attempting to cross the English Channel. She swam for over 10 hours in freezing water. Waves crashed. Temperatures dropped. Fatigue set in. The pressure was relentless. The risk was real. When she emerged, exhausted but triumphant, the watch was still ticking perfectly, unshaken, unstopped, unaffected. The next day, Rolex placed a full-page newspaper advertisement celebrating the success. This was more than product innovation. It was storytelling, strategic storytelling. It was brand building in action. It showed the world that a wristwatch could endure the harshest conditions. Rolex didn't just sell watches. It sold durability, achievement, excellence, confidence under pressure, performance in extremes. Over the decades, Rolex attached its brand to explorers, divers, pilots, and athletes, to ambition, to risk, to courage, to victory. From the summit of Mount Everest to the depths of the ocean, Rolex watches were present at history-making moments. Each association reinforced the same message: strength under pressure, performance in extremes, reliability when it matters most. And something powerful happened. Rolex became more than a timekeeper. It became a symbol of success, of discipline, of arrival, of standards, of self-made achievement, of earned respect. It became a milestone people aspired to earn, not bought casually, earned intentionally, gifted at graduation, celebrated at promotion, worn at victory, passed to the next generation. Today, Rolex produces over 1 million watches per year. Yet demand still exceeds supply. Waiting lists stretch for years. Prices rise. Scarcity fuels prestige and deepens desire. Availability is controlled. Exclusivity is protected. Because desire grows where access is limited, and prestige grows where supply is disciplined. But the real secret behind Rolex isn't gold or steel. It isn't luxury alone. It isn't advertising alone. It's positioning. It's perception. It's psychology. It's the patience to build trust slowly and the discipline to protect identity. From a product nobody took seriously to a brand the world respects, from fragile jewelry to indestructible icon. Hans Wilsdorf didn't just build a watch company. He built belief. He built credibility. He built legacy. He built status. He redefined how the world perceived time on the wrist. And he proved that sometimes the ideas people laugh at become the ones that lead industries, become the ones that shape culture, become the ones that define generations, become the ones that last forever. And that's the real lesson behind Rolex. Great brands aren't built by following trends. They're built by changing perception. They're built by consistency, by patience, by protecting identity when others chase shortcuts. Rolex didn't win by being the loudest. It won by being the most disciplined. It focused on long-term trust while others focused on short-term sales. It mastered positioning. And positioning built prestige. From fragile jewelry to global status symbol, that transformation wasn't luck. It wasn't hype. It was strategy. It was belief. It was time. If this story changed the way you see brands, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because powerful ideas deserve to spread. Subscribe for more deep breakdowns of the world's biggest brands. Like the video if you learned something new. And stay tuned, because the next story might be even bigger. We're just getting started.